Um, I think before I would be in the mindset of like, if I made the mistake, then the whole day would just be mistake after mistake after mistake.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh, okay, that's not how it works. If you make the mistake, you make the correction, and then it just overrides that mistake, because now that's long gone. Now we're making positive strides towards the future.
Yes.
Yes, hi everybody. I'm Nila and I'm from sunny San Diego, and I'm just so happy to be here today and share a little bit about my story.
Yes, thank you very much for that. You know, your story, your journey has been so inspirational. It's been like life transforming, and I'm just curious, like share that part of the journey, your story. How has it been? How did you get to this level that we are right here, right now?
Yeah, so this journey has been a long time coming. Definitely something that I've always prayed for, just wanting to just expand my physical, my mental state, and just learn new things, new trades. And honestly, I never thought that I would be able to accomplish so many wonderful things that I've had accomplished in this past few months that I've been, in my fitness journey. But I think every day I wake up just wowed and floored with the transformation thus far.
Wow. Thank you very much. And you say a couple of months. I mean, I thought it's been like years, but when did you start this journey, to be precise?
I would say it's a little bit more than a couple of months, but I did start mid-January.
Wow.
And by March, I already seen a huge difference.
Wow.
And honestly, day by day, I had really huge changes, just like the way that I talk to myself, the self-love that that I have towards myself has really just skyrocketed. I've never loved myself as much as I have now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really interesting, because we talk about self-image, self-love, and to hear you speak in this manner, right? It's truly encouraging, because the very first step to success, to whatever you want to achieve in life is self-image, self-love. So how would you say, because you were talking about self-love, right? So before this started, and now that you come to this this certain point in your life, like how do you think self-love is important? Like self-image, how you perceive yourself, how do you think that is important right now?
Oh wow, yeah, self-love is everything. It's really the pillar of one's soul. It's the pillar of one's being. And I feel that the quicker you can learn how to love yourself, the quicker the success of anything that you ever desire will follow.
Wow.
And I say this because so many years I've just, we can always be our own worst critic, but I mean, I was really hard on myself.
Wow.
And just not applauding any accomplishments that I've ever made, due to just not feeling worth it. And in turn, I realized that abuse that I've given myself has really delayed so many successful doors opening for myself.
Wow.
And I said, if I can start to love myself, and I have to love myself more than others see me, perceive me, and praise me and love me. And someone can tell me all day, oh, you have it going on, you just have it made.
Yeah.
And I would just sit there like, that's cool that you see that. I wish I can see that too.
Yeah.
But when you come to a genuine acceptance of yourself and say, this is who I am, this is who I was born to be. I can only just elevate myself from here. That's when you start seeing that things really start transforming for the better.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love the fact you say elevate yourself, right? Because like a lot of people walk around believing what other people tell them, right? And it's like you can't let what people tell you make you into that, right? Like you have to believe yourself, you have to love who you are, right? So now talking about this self-love, right? How in the physical aspect of going to the gym, applying meal plan, all those disciplines, right? How has that helped you, being able to be confident with yourself in the gym, and then outside the gym to be able to, business, work wise, and just your immediate environment?
Yeah, so I think the practice of just the scheduling and learning how to create new habits and, releasing old habits to bring in new habits has been truly life changing in such a way that being able to strategically put yourself first. I have to put myself first when I'm cooking myself a meal because
Yes.
that meal is going to be going inside of me.
Yes.
I have to be strategic when I say, okay, let's drink water for yourself.
Yes.
All of these things that add up that seem so little are what's so significant. And in regarding those in comparison to how we operate in during my day-to-day,
Mhm.
it has helped me create a schedule for myself.
Yes.
I'm an entrepreneur, so I
Yeah.
work for myself.
Wow,
I don't
wow.
work a 9 to 5 where
Mhm.
I clock in and do all the duties of
Yes.
the day and then I clock out. And this is all I have to do and create my schedule daily. So being able to create a monthly application, a daily application with all of the meals and setting a timer to go early.
Mhm.
When I start my day off early,
Yes.
I get an abundance of amount of work done
Yes,
because I
yes.
started off thinking about myself
Wow.
and
Wow.
making myself a priority
Wow.
instead of the other way around,
Yes.
putting work beforehand and then putting myself on the back burner. So I think this has truly, truly helped me with just creating new habits. Like
Yes.
I come first. Everything
Wow.
comes
Wow.
afterwards.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, and I know that is tough, right? A lot of the time, because I used to be like that, right? Where, man, I don't care about myself. As long as you're good, that's all that matters, right? Oh, as long as you're good, that's all that matters, right? As you say, putting yourself at the back burner, right? But now my question to you, right, is, realizing this love, putting yourself first, right? Like, especially being, on the program since January, right? Like, the greatness that you realize, right, that is within you through this. How did you come to discover that greatness, and how has that made this journey easier for you?
Yeah, so I discovered my greatness a little after I started the journey. I was trying to get into the groove of things, just realizing like, okay, what is this doing? How am I doing this? What is it going to look like? You're always wanting to know what the outcome is,
Yes.
rather than just accept and enjoy the journey while you're
Yeah.
getting there. And so you're thinking like, all these negative thoughts, how did I even get to this point?
Yeah.
But you realize your greatness when you realize that these things, all the things that have happened to you has led you to this position to where, you accepted that you wanted to make the change.
Mm-hmm.
You made a decision. And number 3, you're also accepting that you are great. And you're
Yes.
just realizing, you're coming into a realization that your potential and what you possess this is what the world needs.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I think that putting your health first is going to be, the same scenario when you're on an airplane and the flight attendant says to, put your
Yeah, your
put your air
first.
mask on
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
And, as a parent, some parents want to go and grab their mask and give their kid,
Kid,
but then
yeah.
you may not make it out.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
always say first, take care of yourself so you can take care of others. So I feel like that has really tapped into learning, wow, I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm great.
Yeah.
I can put myself first. That means I'm great, and then I can be great to others.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And that is the stuff, right? A lot of the time we look at all these great people in this world and we're like, man, whatever they have, I don't have it because of, the amount of greatness they have, right? But not realizing that each and every one of us, we are unique. You are special, and what makes you great is different from what makes me great, right? And it's just applying that individually to our life, right? So it's like, okay, my next question is, knowing what you know right now, right? It's like, wow, life has never been more easier. I've never been more, at peace with, where I'm at right now. So knowing what you know right now, like when you look at your younger self, like what would you say is the significance different, or you're like, man, I wish I did this, or that?
I think the number one thing that I would say is I would tell my younger self to love herself.
Mm.
Truly, I think if I had that specific, or someone to tell me to love myself more, just anything, my own spirit to tell myself love yourself more and really bask in who you are as an individual and the greatness that you give others, I think that I would be a lot further than I am now.
Wow.
But
wow.
you know, here we are.
Yes.
Here we are.
Yes.
I finally realized it. I'm glad now than never, or later than never.
Yeah.
And that's truly what I would say is just those simple things. Love yourself.
Yes.
And
yes.
once you start loving yourself, so many amazing things will open up for you.
Wow, wow, that is true, man. I completely agree with you with that, you know, because again, like I said earlier, like self-love is definitely the foundation to achieving any amount of success you want or you have in this world, right? Because it doesn't matter what everyone is saying about me, right? As long as I believe what I say about myself, that is all that matters, right?
Yes.
So, you know, and this leads me to the very last question, right, I have for you, right? Which is, you know, the level of confidence you have now. Because, you know, we can all see the transformation in your life, you know, how in tune you are with your energy, you know, the vibration. You know, there's this level of confidence that, you know, you exert everywhere you go. And, you know, the word on the street is you get on the stage pretty soon. Like, you know, have you ever taught yourself to be like, I'm going to get on the stage anytime soon?
You know, again, it all happens at the right time, the right seasons, around the right people.
Yeah.
I always think that, you know, when you're surrounded by those who are winning in life, they want to see you win too. And
Yes.
this is the things that you guys speak about on the podcast, which is so amazing for all the viewers and listeners who hear that they're winners. And you start to want those great things to happen for others. And so just being around the community, you know, being around those who are on stage and making these things happen, bringing home the medals, bringing home the wins and the trophies, it only just encourages you and motivates you to say, yeah, let's go, join us. And you know, and so yes, I finally made the decision that I can be on the stage as well. I can achieve the greatest of the greatest, and regardless of what place I made, the fact that I got to the stage level, the fact that I'm going to put the work in, that I've had put the work in, and the number one thing, the fact that I love myself enough to say that I'm able to achieve all of these great things like everybody else, is what's going to make me a winner no matter what. So yes, decision making, make the decision.
Oh my goodness, this is like right now I'm just full of joy, happiness, you know. I'm just inspired by the way you talk, you know, by, you know, do everything, you know, making that decision. And most importantly, like right now I'll tell you this, with this mentality, with this mindset, there's no, like, you just going on stage, you know, for formalities, but you already won the show, you know, because this is what that's going to take you to the next level, you know, to the next step, right? Having that confidence, that self-love, that, you know what, there's nothing outside my limits, there's nothing that is limitless, you know, or limited, like, oh, I can't do this, or, you know, this is impossible, right? And if there's any words of encouragement, you know, last word you want to give to our viewers, our listeners out there, what would that be?
I would say that you are special, you are important, the world needs to see all of your greatness. So love yourself no matter what level, what area, how you're feeling right now. Love yourself first, and all of the great opportunities will arise for you.
Wow, thank you very much for that, Nila.
Thank you.
Again, you've heard that all right from Queen Nila herself. Such an inspiring story, okay? Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.